Specifically, the one you didn't watch, Poor Things.
Yes.
We can just quickly go about that one.
Let's go over. I watched the first hour.
Yeah.
I think. Yeah. I gave up somewhere in Lisbon.
Yeah.
That the movie takes place partly in Lisbon. And I was just like, I know where this is going. I don't appreciate this.
I actually made comments. I had to write down things because I got annoyed.
I also think it's kind of a detriment to the point it's trying to make.
Yes.
But yeah, you talk more about it because you've actually finished it.
So the movie gets points for being stylish. I'll give it that.
Sure.
It's beautiful in the way they've decided to style things and the set pieces and all that stuff. It's pretty. It's very pretty. It reminds me of oh no, what's that movie we watched not too long ago?
For me, I think Beau is Afraid.
I didn't watch Beau is Afraid, so
no, that's true.
But it reminds me of the hotel movie that the Asteroid City guy did, the Wes Anderson movie. What's it called?
Oh, Grand Budapest.
Yes.
Grand Budapest Hotel.
With the whole set pieces and all that stuff.
Yeah, that everything looks like a set.
Yes.
It's in that way, it's very cinematic, and I do like that.
Yeah, and the fashion and the dresses and all that stuff. Yeah. Amazing.
Yeah.
Haute couture, basically.
I applauded for that.
It's wasted on this very strange story, which is trying to portray female emancipation, I assume.
Yeah.
But
that's
they're
a big
also,
thing from what I understand.
They're also kind of there's a word for it, like that has to do with infants, infantilizing women as well. Especially in the beginning when they have grown-ass men falling in love with this simpleton of a woman who
basically a child.
Who literally has the brain of a child.
Yeah, and I found
that's pedophilia.
Incredibly disturbing.
Yes. I was disgusted.
And I've watched people talk about the movie. Nobody mentions that.
Oh, that was the first literally wrote down a pretentious way of showing two very different ways of depriving a child of her childhood. That was the first thought I had of this. And then showing three different ways of depriving women of freedom, of possession and jealousy, the unfair life of woman. Sure, that's what they're trying to do.
Yeah, sure.
But then it's also, in a dumb, artsy-fartsy, pretentious way.
Yeah.
It's scandalous even in the fact that they're literally pining over a brain of a 1-year-old.
Yeah. And it, does it end with her, like, leaving all the men in her life behind her? It doesn't. Okay, good. That's exactly what I thought was going to happen.
There's the thing. There's a rapid development of her. Obviously, she learns things very quickly. She becomes developed much earlier than a normal child would because it's a movie. In the end, she right after where you basically left off, she ends up in Paris, and she's figured out that by now, she's figured out that sex is great. In Paris, she learns that you can make money from having sex, or furious bouncing, or whatever the fuck she calls it.
Yeah.
Which is also for crying out loud. And which makes Mark Ruffalo's character even more angry with her, because, he wants her to be pure, but, with anyone else except for him.
It has to be in both what is it, Madonna and a whore or whatever it is.
Yeah, something like that.
Yeah. That you're supposed to be
saint.
What?
It's possession, it's jealousy, it's wanting to have something for yourself and wanting to play with the toy only for you kind of thing. Yeah. She's just a pretty toy to him, and as soon as he has to share her, it loses its value. She's a whore now, she's not valuable.
Yeah, even though he likes that she's super sexual.
Yes, but only with him.
With him, yeah, exactly.
Anyone else, yuck. He doesn't even like that she starts developing her language, because she uses these big random words, but then she uses she calls it bumping uglies or whatever she calls it.
Yeah.
And he even comments at one point like, I don't like how you're starting to use these strange words. I want you simple, basically.
Because that's what men want. Men basically want a real doll.
Yes. And she is a real doll. Until she leaves Paris when she has started studying the same things that God studies, or Godwin.
Yeah.
Also annoying that they had to call him God.
Hey, metaphors.
Yeah, I know.
Do you get it?
Yeah, but it's so on the nose.
Yeah, I know.
And she even like figures out that he did something wrong with her, that he made her what she is. She figures out that her brain is not hers eventually and has to tell her the whole truth. But she's still like, whatever. She doesn't like leave. She doesn't rebel, which I thought she would when she finds out.
Does she become her own woman?
Kind of.
Is she emancipated in the end?
No, she marries, what's his name? Alex?
Oh, the first guy. What?
Candles.
That's also really weird.
But she does it because it's a mutual, like, you know, platonic marriage, basically. Which is just strange. And also they throw in a twist of, like, finding out her history about who she was before she lost her brain.
Yeah.
Which was so unnecessary.
Listen, I see the point of the movie. I do enjoy some of it, but like I said, the first hour is just her, like her becoming a woman is just her, discovering, sexual pleasure.
Basically.
Like, that's what it means to become a woman. There's nothing else. There's no, there's no, well, you did say that she starts studying and stuff. Like, there's so much more than just sex to be a person.
Mainly, this entire movie, like 2/3 of this movie is about her, and first of all, discovering sex and then discovering sexual liberty.
Yeah.
It's still just about sex, though.
Yeah.
And that diminishes the whole female experience.
Yeah.
Which they're trying to depict
but
somehow.
That is, hey, sort of like in American fiction, that is what a lot of modern feminists sees as like the most like important thing, that you are sexually emancipated. You are that's why we celebrate sex workers.
Yeah, but
because they take control over their own bodies and stuff like that.
Yeah, but showing a character in this case that does not understand that she's selling her own body and how and why she's doing it, then selling her own body is not it.
No, but she does it. She's in control, so it's
sure,
okay.
But she doesn't understand why.